Welcome back once again. Thanks for sticking with me through this long process. As we continue our discussion on literacy, we come to the final component of collaboration and team planning, that grout that holds all of these pieces together in this mosaic of literacy. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because it's well documented as best practice in education. However, before we wrap everything up, let's quickly review this glue that holds these pieces of education together, because I think this particular area is often overlooked or downplayed because we don't have time to do it. But when it is left out or downplayed, it's the students who pay the price. When collaborating, it's important that we have clearly defined roles and responsibilities. It's important that we agree on strategies for communicating, making decisions as a team about the instructional strategies and supports for an individual student. When there are team meetings, it's important to have team meeting skills like assigning leadership roles and rotating these roles, setting agendas, setting ground rules to function as a team. Conversely, when professionals stay within clearly defined boundaries and work independently of each other without the knowledge of what other team members are doing with an individual student, it really jeopardizes the cohesiveness of that student's program. According to Egan, to make collaboration successful, the team needs to listen to the other members and provide feedback to strategies, materials, and equipment that have been suggested or used by others. This feedback is invaluable in improving programming for that student. In addition, teachers and support staff need to be highly qualified by developing specific skills and knowledge in many areas, including communication and collaboration, in order to use these skills in a variety of school settings. According to Janie and Snell, when students with significant disabilities are included in general education, neither the instruction nor the social participation should be forfeited. And in order to make that happen, it will take enormous team effort of collaborating and integrating services to meet that instructional need of that student. Regular education teachers should realize the essential role that they have. They have that critical missing piece in their current educational programming for students with severe disabilities. General ed teachers, you have literacy expertise. This is critical in giving the student the basis for the special education teacher to modify and work from. According to Downing, literacy skill instruction involves communication, listening and understanding, reading, and writing, all of which require careful planning by the staff that are collaborating to implement a successful program for that student with significant learning challenges. Jorgensen and Lambert remind us that planning time is an essential element that makes collaboration work. Let's wrap everything up. Learning to write is very important for everyone, regardless of the form that individual's writing takes. Every student has the right to learn to write, to increase his understanding of the world around him or her, to influence his or her own environment, and to engage socially with peers in ways that are accessible and socially meaningful. In Soto and Zangari's book, Practically Speaking, they tell us that writing is a learned process and is used most effectively within meaningful and motivating contexts. Think about this for a moment. If I told you today you have to write a 6-page paper about quantum physics, you'd likely roll your eyes and groan at me. However, if you got to pick your own topic at least, it might be much more interesting to write that 6-page paper. Maybe not thrilled about it exactly, but at least more interested in the writing of the topic. Because students with severe and multiple disabilities can't usually write things down in a standard fashion, it makes it much more difficult for them to retain directions or to refer to written directions to aid their memory. Therefore, it is very important to have daily schedules and step-by-step task charts to follow to increase the opportunity for reading comprehension in a meaningful and purposeful manner. Browder and colleagues go on to state students must have an instructional method of writing, whether it's pencil and paper, some kind of typing computer software with word prediction, or some other phonemic means of writing letters out. The ability to create written language is important for all students because it opens an important avenue for communication. Have we heard that before? Written expression is a form of communication. Musselwhite and Hanser remind us writing serves as a way to learn language and communication. Wolak and Copenhaver tell us writing is about conveying one's own thoughts on paper, which is communication with someone you may never even see. Downing reminds us to stay focused on the ultimate goal of literacy learning. Students may have different ideas about what is engaging for literacy activities. Therefore, we must remember that increasing independence with reading and writing is more important than being able to sit with a group and listen to a story and not be engaged. Sturm and Copenhaver state that having written language has the advantage of being a permanent text that can be revisited, revised, and reorganized to increase clarity and comprehension of a message. This gives meaning for the writer as well as the reader. If emergent literacy is a function of experience, then according to Jorgensen and Lambert, if we begin planning from the general education expectations, then we can assure a connection to that general education curriculum. All students make progress as readers and writers, regardless of their level of intellectual functioning. Erickson, Hatch, and Clendon. Smith states, developing literacy skills is analogous to creating a mosaic. Like a mosaic, literacy is not one thing. It is not knowing letters or recognizing words. It is not being able to write individual letters or identify sounds. Literacy is complex, encompassing reading and writing. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for your dedication to the students that you are serving in your area. My hope is that you've been able to take a few little nuggets, tools with you from this presentation, and that you are able to use those little nuggets or tools to share those with others to enrich their lives as well. Thank you again for your attention.